Everyone told him it was impossible. The oil companies, the car manufacturers, the investors, the engineers, the analysts on Wall Street who had never built anything in their lives. Everyone. And Elon Musk looked at all of them and kept building anyway. But this story does not start with Musk. It starts with a name taken from one of the most brilliant and most forgotten minds in human history. Nikola Tesla, a Serbian genius who dreamed of powering the entire world with clean, free energy. Who fought Thomas Edison, who was robbed of his patents, his funding, his legacy, and who died alone in a hotel room in New York, with nothing but his ideas and the silence of a world that never fully understood him. In 2003, two engineers, Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning, founded a company in his honor, not as a tribute, as a mission. Not to build just another car, but to prove something the entire industry refused to believe. That electric vehicles did not have to be slow, ugly, boring, golf carts with a logo. That the future could be fast, silent, devastating. Elon Musk joined as chairman and lead investor in 2004. By 2008, he was CEO, and the company was dying. The global financial crisis had hit. Suppliers were pulling out. The first production run of the Roadster was a disaster. Over budget, behind schedule, and literally falling apart on the assembly line. Musk had poured his entire personal fortune into Tesla and SpaceX simultaneously. Both were weeks away from total collapse. He later admitted he was having panic attacks, crying in meetings, lying awake at night, convinced he had lost everything he had ever built. But on Christmas Eve 2008, Tesla closed its final funding round. By hours. Not days. Hours. The company survived. And the world would never be the same. The Roadster launched and shattered every assumption the industry had about electric cars. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. A car that felt alive. Raw, electric in every sense of the word. It felt like the future had finally arrived, ahead of schedule. Suddenly, nobody was laughing anymore. Most companies want to sell you a product. Tesla wanted to change civilization. That is not marketing. That is not a slogan painted on a wall in a Silicon Valley office. That was the actual mission. Written down, stated publicly from day one, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Not Tesla's transition, not America's transition. The world's. The Model S arrived in 2012. And it was not just a car, it was a statement. Sleek, silent, brutally fast. With a touchscreen the size of an iPad mounted in the dashboard, before anyone else thought to put a screen in a car. Software updates delivered overnight while you slept. A vehicle that got better, smarter, after you bought it. No dealerships, no showroom pressure, no Super Bowl commercials. Tesla grew on word of mouth alone, on obsession, on the quiet, electric feeling that driving one meant you were part of something much larger than yourself. Then came the Model 3, the car built for everyone. The promise that sustainable transport was no longer just for the wealthy. And it nearly killed the company. Again. Production hell. Musk sleeping on the factory floor in Fremont, California. Thousands of reservations sitting unfulfilled. Billions burning every quarter. The press declared it over. Short sellers circled like vultures. The obituaries were already written. And then the cars started rolling out. First dozens, then hundreds, then thousands a week, The Model 3 became the best-selling electric car in history. Today, Tesla is not just a car company. It is an energy company, a software company, a battery company, an artificial intelligence company. It is whatever the future needs it to be next. From two engineers with a vision and a borrowed name, to a force that made every major car manufacturer on Earth scramble, panic, and reinvent themselves just to keep up. Tesla did not follow the road. It built a new one. And somewhere, Nikola Tesla, the man who dreamed of powering the entire world and died with nothing, would finally smile. If you want more stories like this, about the companies that refuse to accept limits, and the people who bet everything on a future nobody else could see, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay close. Because the next story is even better.